The head of the European Union delegation to Azerbaijan, Mr. Kestutis Jankauskas, ended his 2 days visit to Barda and Terter regions of Azerbaijan. The visit was organized by the International Eurasia Press Fund and aimed to get acquainted with the economic development of the regions of Azerbaijan, as well as the life of refugees and IDPs in the frontline regions. Welcome, Mr. Ambassador. Thank you very much for your kind agreement to give this interview. So your 2 days trip to Barda and Terter regions of Azerbaijan has successfully finished. Could you please tell us, is it your first visit? What types of impressions do you have?
First of all, thank you very much to you. Thank you to International Eurasia Press Fund, Mr. Umut Mirzaev as well, for taking that initiative and organizing the visit. Since coming to Azerbaijan in September last year, I kind of made a commitment saying that Azerbaijan is much more than Baku only, and I have to go and visit regions, different cities, and see firsthand life of the people there. So these 2 days, it's not the first time here, but it's the first time when I'm here extensively, and thanks to you having opportunity to meet with people, with entrepreneurs, with the governors, see the various projects and the needs of the local population. First visit took place some months ago. It was organized to all of the diplomatic corps, and then we visited freshly constructed new residential area for the internally displaced people. But that was only 1 day. It was cold. We looked at that side. This visit gave much more opportunities to get this acquaintance with issues, problems, and opportunities, of course, discuss opportunities for the future.
Just recently, European Union and Azerbaijan signed a very important document which determines the priorities for the future collaboration. Do you think that that is a good start for the potential implementation of different kinds of projects in the regions of Azerbaijan and agricultural development of the regions too?
Absolutely, you're right. Last week in Brussels there was a ceremony where we marked the occasion of finishing negotiations on the text of so-called partnership priorities. So it's a document where EU and Azerbaijan jointly have agreed on the priority areas for our cooperation, for our partnership, for the years to come, this year and until 2020. Without what happened last week in Brussels, our cooperation would have stopped end of this year. Now it can continue, and we know the areas where we will be channeling that cooperation and what would be the priorities. And indeed, some of these priorities, they follow the general Eastern Partnership pattern, but I think this is exactly what I have seen what is needed here in these two regions. It's the good governance, it's the development of economic relations, it is connectivity between EU and Azerbaijan in many ways, and it's the people-to-people cooperation.
When we speak about economical development of the regions, in your perception, in your understanding, what exactly it means for the European Union?
I believe that our partnership, a new pledge to that partnership, which we started last year, which is developing now quite dynamically, has a very solid basis because there is mutual interest in that. On the part of European Union, we are interested in secular multicultural society of Azerbaijan being a trade hub, a corridor in the region, alternative source of energy, and for us also to developing all kinds of people-to-people cultural and business relations. I think in the same way Azerbaijan is interested in EU being its trade partner and developing it further, being a market for the various kind of productions and so on. In building that partnership, we are cooperating and assisting in what is currently the major goal of your government, which is the economic diversification and building of modern society. In doing that, and again, what I've seen here during these 2 days, I can confirm the conclusion we made already last year, at least for myself, but I'm just reconfirming it again and again. You cannot build a modern society without civil society. You need to let people help and contribute, everyone to contribute in that work. And secondly, the basis, at least as we know it in the EU, the success of the economy is based on small and medium enterprises. What we have seen here during these couple of days are that farmers have ideas, have willingness to work. They want to earn their money for themselves and support their families. They need sometimes a little help with microcredits. They need sometimes a little help with advising them how to grow and in a way that whatever they plant bring more fruits. How important is water? Actually, yes, these two regions, especially Terter, is conflict affected. A lot of people here are conflict affected, and still today we have seen real problems with the shortage of water. But we also have seen the ways of solving that, not only with the artisan wells, but also of saving that water and building reservoirs and then using that water for irrigation. It was very good to see in some places that the fields where European Union already brought some assistance some years ago are prospering, and we tasted the very good strawberries coming from these fields. Very good to see that investment that we made, the kickstart, it continues and it helped people to build their lives on that. And maybe that, I mean, we have seen the big projects of bigger farms and how they use the machinery, how they use the modern technologies, that they can, these small projects sometimes kind of initiate the bigger projects and bigger ideas. In the years to come, in the 3 years to come, we have just started in Barda. EU is now launching a new project on vocational educational training. We have seen the school, which is a little bit of the past, and there are many of them, and it's not a unique problem either here in the region, nor in the country, we had that. What we will try to do in the years to come with the EU assistance, with one of the non-governmental organizations, with the European partners, is trying to bring new curriculum, connect that to the businesses which will be future employers, to build the basis to refurbish the software of the vocational educational training. And Barda School, I hope, will be the one of good examples where Terter region can also benefit from it.
As you also mentioned, Barda and Terter regions are war-affected regions, and obviously there should be some projects be implemented aimed to support refugees and IDPs who are living in these regions. You also got acquired with the work of International Eurasia Press Fund and its vocational training center. So, apart from this, is there any other maybe ideas in the mind of the European Union to be realized in Azerbaijan aimed to support refugees and IDPs?
Yes, we have agreed the other day with a meeting I had with the chairman of the State Committee of IDPs that in all of our projects that EU is and will be implementing, we will try our best to involve also and have a component for the IDPs. EU focuses in Azerbaijan currently on several directions. One of them is education, higher education and vocational educational training. The other one is agriculture, and also trying to prepare the grounds for modern management in agriculture, for food safety, and maybe preparing your products, which are well appreciated and quite well known nationally, but they're not yet reaching the European markets. I mean, why not? They could. We focus on small, medium enterprises, and we focus on the civil society. And I believe in all of these areas, IDPs can and should be the part. So we'll try to make our best involving them. And these few days, looking into what the International Eurasia Press Fund has done here in these two regions, because was very useful to see some of the particular ideas. I believe you have knowledge and the particular requirements of the local population, and you take into account the IDP issues. So, it was very useful to learn, and I hope we will be applying that also in our projects in the future.
Thank you very much, Mr. Ambassador, for a very informative interview.